In today's reading lesson, we are going to be rereading our story, Little Rabbit's Tale. Before we begin rereading, I wanted to remind you of our target skill. Our target skill for this lesson is cause and effect. In Little Rabbit's Tale, Little Rabbit gets hit on the head. This is the cause that makes something else happen. What happens next after he got hit? This is the effect. As you read, think about what happens and why. I also want to talk about our story lesson. Little Rabbit's Tale is a folk tale. Have you ever heard a story that sounds like this one? People told a story like this for many years before it was written down. Folk tales often have an important message. The message of the story is a lesson about life. What can you learn from Little Rabbit's Tale? Be thinking about this as we reread through our story. Little Rabbit's Tale by Wong Herbert Yee. Illustrated by Richard Bernal. Little Rabbit sleeps under an old apple tree. Just then, the wind starts to blow. The branches shift in the wind. Thump! Something hits Little Rabbit. Oh no! The sky is falling! Yells Little Rabbit. I've got to try to tell everyone. Little Rabbit hops off to find Goose. Goose sits in his rowboat. The tip of his rod starts to twitch. There's no time to fish, yells Little Rabbit. The sky is falling. Let's go, Little Rabbit. We need to tell Beaver. Goose and Little Rabbit use the rowboat. They go up the stream. Goose peeks inside. Beaver is eating a snack. There's no time to eat, says Goose. Let's go! The sky is falling! Oh my, says Beaver. We need to go tell Turtle. Beaver, Goose, and Little Rabbit dash up the hill. Turtle sleeps under a log. Tap, tap. Beaver taps on Turtle's shell. Turtle peeks out. There's no time to sleep, says Beaver. Let's go. The sky is falling. Oh no, yells Turtle. What can we do? Let's run back home, says Little Rabbit. I want to tell my mother. Turtle, Beaver, Goose, and Little Rabbit run fast. They hop over the log, dash down the hill, and jump into Goose's rowboat. Then they go as fast as they can down the stream. Little Rabbit hops in the door. Mother, the sky is falling! Who told you such a thing? Asks Mother Rabbit. Beaver told me, says Turtle. Goose told me, says Beaver. Little Rabbit told me, says Goose. Well, let's just go outside and look at the sky, says Mother Rabbit. Just then, the wind starts to blow. The branches shift in the wind. Thump! Something hits Little Rabbit. Where have we seen this before? Do you recognize these words? Especially the word thump. If we go back to the very beginning of our story, we see where Little Rabbit first got hit by the apple, and our page says, thump, something hits Little Rabbit. Oh no, the sky is falling, yells Little Rabbit. The sky is not falling, laughs Mother Rabbit. An apple just fell from the apple tree. I didn't get to catch a fish, says Goose. I didn't get to eat my snack, says Beaver. I didn't get to sleep, says Turtle. How do you think that Little Rabbit is feeling on this page that we read? All of his friends are saying the things that they didn't get to do today. When you look at Rabbit's face, he almost looks nervous or maybe even a little bit upset. He could even be feeling silly because he told everybody that the sky was falling, and none of his friends got to do any of their activities today because of that. I've got a plan, says Little Rabbit. Can my friends eat with us? Yes, says Mother Rabbit. Go wash your hands while I get more plates. Hooray! Little Rabbit has a nice meal with his friends. After that, they all have homemade apple treats. The friends lived happily ever after. For the next part of our lesson, you will need your reader's notebook on page 64. Page 64. This week and a little bit of last week, we have been talking about compound words. Now remember, a compound word is when you can take two whole words and put them together to create a new word. What we are going to do is choose words from the box below to make a compound word to name each picture. Then we are going to write the word in the blank. It's important to remember that you will use some words more than once. Let's start with looking over the words in the box. We have the words mail, row, rain, boat, sail, coat, sand, box, bow. You will need to look at each picture and choose two words to make a compound word that represents the picture. Let's do number one together. On number one, what do you think that this is? It looks like a boat, but what kind of boat? On number 1, this is a sailboat. So I'm going to write the compound word in the blank for number 1. Remember, we are writing the compound words. That means there will not be a space in between our two words. So for number 1, we are going to write the word sailboat. And don't cross out the words as you use them, because remember it says you will use some words more than once. So I'm going to give you the opportunity to go ahead and work on your next set of problems. Look at the picture and see what two words can you find to make the compound word to represent the picture. Then we will check your answers at the end of the video. So now is a good time to pause the video so that you have time to work. If you are playing the video now, it means that you are ready to go over the answers. If you are still working, which is perfectly fine, make sure to pause the video now. Let's go over our answers. Again, if you are still working, pause the video now. For number 2, this is a picture of a mail box. So in the blank, you would write the words together to make the compound word mailbox. For number 3, this is a picture of a rainbow. So we will write both words in the blank, but with no spaces because we are making the compound word of the two. So number 3, this is a rainbow. For number 4, this one could be a little bit tricky. It is a boat, but look what it has. It has 2 oars, which help you row a boat. We are going to use the words row and boat for number 4. This is why it did not want us to cross out any of the words, because we might be using some of them. So this, for number 4, is a rowboat. For number 5, we know that this is a coat, but it wants you to be specific. What word could we use? Oh, raincoat. Raincoat. So we are going to write the compound word for raincoat in the blank for number 5. And for number 6, you may have had to look really closely to see what this is. It almost looks like a type of box. When you look inside of it, you can see that it is a sandbox. Sandbox. So we are going to write the compound word sandbox in the blank for number 6. Our compound words for this activity, let's say them together. Number 1, sailboat. Number 2, mailbox. Number 3, rainbow. Number 4, rowboat. Number 5, raincoat. And number 6, sandbox. We will continue learning more about compound words this week. That brings us to the end of our reading lesson for today. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll see you later.